that you all have done your interest assessment, you have a screen that looks something like this. It brings you back a list of some of your top careers. Who wants to share one of their careers with me?
My first one was zoologist.
Zoologist.
Special effects technician.
All right, special effects technician. What do you got over here? Yes?
Waste collector.
Waste collector. Was game warden anywhere on there for you?
Yeah.
Good. Well, what we're going to do today, and like I said, there are several assessments out there, and since this is the first one you all have done, I encourage you to keep looking and keep researching the things that it is that you might be interested in and good at doing. For today's sake, though, I want you to choose 3 of those careers off of that list to do some further research on. I have a worksheet here. The top of the worksheet just gives you instructions on what we've just done. You've logged into Career Cruising, you've taken your Career Matchmaker, and the next part of the worksheet has a table for Job 1, Job 2, and Job 3. You guys are going to use Career Cruising to find the information about 3 of your jobs. So just pick 3 of them. You're going to write in the job title and a brief description about what the people do, what type of education requirements they have. Not all of these jobs probably require a 4-year degree, so make sure that you see what type of education requirements there are. You are going to look at the expected salary and brief description of career path, and then the last item is the projected job outlook, which is that job trend that we touched on at the beginning. So you're going to get one for each of these. Now, there's something else that I wanted to show you, and we're going to be printing this today in addition to the worksheet. When you click on a job, this is where you're going to be able to find a lot of the answers to the questions on the worksheet. I chose Career Coach because that is what I am. But at the top, you can see the menu items say job description, earnings, education, sample career path. All of those things are on your worksheet. There's also a place right here where it says Save to My Portfolio. And you can do that as well. And that will help you guys, when you come back into Career Cruising, be able to find things quickly. So that's where you go to find your answers. And once you save a job, and you guys need to save 3 jobs to your portfolio, this is what it'll look like. Careers that interest me. You can go in and add a comment if you choose to. But what we're going to do today and print for Mrs. Jones is click on the education plan, and we're going to print the 4-year education plan for that job. And this is what that screen looks like. This is what the education plan looks like. And it tells you what you should take in high school to prepare you for post-secondary education in that field. All right? So, we're going to use our list of jobs and choose 3 of those for our worksheet. When you click on the job, you'll be able to use the menu items on the left to find the information you need. And then once you save it to your portfolio, you'll be able to click on Educational Plan and send it to the printer. Since you've signed into your portfolio, your name should be on it, except for yours, and the only one with no name on it is going to be yours. So we'll know that it's yours. Yes? You can put 3 more on there. That's the education plan that I'm talking about that we're going to print today. All right. You can go ahead. Before we get started with that, yes, you have another question?
Oh, I was going to see how you delete a file
If you've got one saved that you want to delete, you should be able to click on the checkbox next to it. You've got one, let's see. Click right there and delete select. Yes?
Can we do more questions?
You absolutely can. If you want to do more questions when I'm finished, you can do some more questions and see if it changes your list. Now, before you get started, attention up here. I'm also going to pass out a worksheet of some really good college research and job trends sites that I like to use with students. And I'm going to briefly walk you through them real quick. These are other good resources that can help you on your Career Cruising worksheet today. First one is the altechprep.org website. How many of you guys remember getting that box when you were in 8th grade? It's called a success kit that had booklets on different types of jobs. You guys remember that at all?
Nope.
Well, the state of Alabama pays quite a bit of money for 8th graders to receive a success kit. But if you don't have yours or you don't remember where you put it or what it looks like, this first website that you guys get to has all of them there for you to look at. Now, there's a different magazine or booklet for every single one of the 16 career clusters, and you can download PDFs of them. It talks about different careers that are in that career cluster, and you'll notice your list of careers. If you guys are looking at your list of careers, if you look on the right side of the screen, it tells you your top 2 career clusters. So this is a good place to go in and look at different career clusters while you're doing your research. The next one is career cruising, which is what you guys are on right now. And this next one is one of my new favorites because I'm constantly updating my favorite links. This is the AL Student Aid website. Remember how I mentioned earlier that not every college has the same major? This website has a one-page PDF file on every school in the state of Alabama. You can click on it to see what the cost of attendance is, what their deadlines are for financial aid and admissions. Anything you want to know, they've got a one-page little snapshot about the schools. It also gives you good links to their website. If you go all the way to the bottom and click on academic majors by school, you can see what every school in the state of Alabama has for a major. So if there's a school you're already thinking about, but you don't know if they have a major that you're interested in, you can look at this list and it'll tell you every major they have. Alright. KnowHowToGo.org for you guys that are starting to do your career research and make a plan for what you're going to do after high school. Know How to Go is a great website that tells you what you should do every single year of high school to get ready. The next one, MyPlan.com. The reason I like MyPlan is because you can go in, it's got a salary calculator, and you can look at how much people make in different areas of the country. So, how many of you guys want to live and die in Fairhope, Alabama? I know, right? One of us. How many of y'all want to leave Fairhope, Alabama? It's important for you guys to research the job trend where you want to go. Like I mentioned, there's no sense in getting the education if you can't get the job afterwards. There's also a personality test and an interest inventory on here too. So like I said, do as many as you can. If you go to salary calculator, you can go in and choose from categories. Let's see. I saw somebody over there with social work earlier. So I'm choosing the counseling and community and social services, and then social workers. And what state would you like for me to choose? Social worker. Any state. See how much money they make there. Hawaii. I'm talking to you. Hawaii. California. California. Okay. So we're going to see what the national average, or the state average in California is. And if you look, they average close to $50,000, which is a good bit higher than the national average. So if you want to be a social worker, they make more money there. So it might not be a bad place to relocate. These are the types of things you need to be looking at when you're doing your research. All right, let's look at one or two more, and then y'all can get started with the rest of your worksheet. This BLS.gov, this is the Occupational Outlook Handbook. And I love this website because there is so much information on it. Students, however, are not as happy with this website because there is so much information on it. And you guys have to read. And not all of y'all are just in love with reading. But if you go to this website, and let's say we type in a job. And I'm going to type in game warden. Oh, wait, he left. Give me another job. Let's see.
Physical therapist.
Physical therapist, that's right. And this is another really good resource if you guys ever have to do a career research paper. So this gives us some information, and the thing I like about the Occupational Outlook Handbook is it's up-to-date information. You never know what you're going to get when you go to some websites, but this is always up-to-date. Now, we can see how much the national average is for a physical therapist, what type of education they need. These are all questions that are on your worksheet. What type of training they need, what the outlook is like. Can you guys see the outlook? 39%, much faster than average. So that tells me if I'm interested in being a physical therapist, it's got a good job trend. On average, a job trend is about 19%. So 39 is really, really good. You can go from there and read all about the career itself. And then let's go look at ONET's a good one because it will tell you in very good detail what the job description is like for different jobs. So you all have a place on your worksheet to describe what the job is. ONET gives you a lot of good information about it. This last one, city-town information. This is also another good one to find out not only what people make in different cities, but also what the demand is in different cities for different jobs. You can also search for different colleges by state that might offer something. I just showed you a link that had all the college majors for Alabama schools, but if you guys think you might want to go to school out of state, the City-Town Info is a really good website to go to. Top cities for each career I like right here under reference and data because we might want to know what the top city is for our career. Let's see. All right, we're just going to click on athletic trainers because it's right there on the top. Top cities for athletic trainers. In Alabama, it's going to be Birmingham, Arizona, Phoenix. So this just gives you some good information when you're researching where you might go to have the best job trend. Does anybody have any questions about where to find the data for your worksheet? All right. Y'all go ahead and begin, and let me know if you need any assistance. What kind of education are you going to need? Scroll up. Go ahead and click under education. Right there. And this will tell you what things you need to do after high school. What type of colleges. High school teachers normally have a bachelor's degree in music. You'll just write that here in that box. That's going to be how much money they make. That's going to be under earnings. And then there's the sample career path, and that information's right there. So that is going to be, it should be under that sample career path, but you can also look in that Occupational Outlook Handbook too to get some real current information about that. Job Outlook, go to sample career path. That's it. Requirements. All right, you guys, for Job Outlook, go ahead and go to that BLS.gov/OOH to get your Job Outlook. That's going to give you your national average.